And we're looking at brand new video coming to us from LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where you can see some water damage at the United counter there. But we also are checking in on the status of the other airports in the vicinity as well, including John Wayne Airport, which is in Orange County, and Ontario Airport, which is, of course, in Ontario. We're hearing now that the FAA says no runway damage has occurred at those airports. We're waiting to hear right now from the governor. Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger should be coming out in about 10 minutes from now, briefing us on the status of the earthquake in Los Angeles. He is going to be coming to us from the state capitol in Sacramento, so as soon as that happens, we'll bring it to you live. Also, CNN meteorologist Chad Myers is following the situation very closely for us from the Severe Weather Center. He spoke to CNN just moments ago.
Me is a seismogram, kind of what this Richter scale used to kind of look like. This is just a digital interpretation. Every line that goes across, Wolf, is 15 minutes. So you see, this was 9 o'clock a.m. to 10 o'clock, 10 to 11. And then Dave pulled this back down for me. Because every time it updates, it switches, and we have to do this, but that's okay. Keep going, Dave. Keep going. There we go. Okay, so now 10 to 11, 11 to 12, and that 11 to 12 line is blue. And it's flat, 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 until it gets to that point, and then it is shaking all the way off the scale here. Then back, it changes colors to green, still shaking. Then we didn't have anything for a while, and then another big aftershock right here about 9 minutes later, Wolf, and then the rest of the aftershocks have been 1s and 2s. Basically, you can't feel that at all. So one big aftershock, 3-8, and then a couple 2-8s, but a lot of shaking still going on. And then obviously you said 15 to 20. Some of these aftershocks will actually be combined. The original aftershocks now are only computer generated. As soon as the seismologist goes to look at maybe those two right there, look how close they are. Maybe they'll be, well, you know what, that one happened at 11:51 and the other one happened at 11:51:30. It was probably the same shake, so they'll combine them. See a 1-7, there you go. Dave Hennon's doing that for me. 1-3 on that one. So these are not big shakes whatsoever.
Not big shakes whatsoever, but we are getting reports in that the earthquake, the 5.4 magnitude earthquake, was felt from Los Angeles to San Diego and across the border in Tijuana, Mexico. The epicenter, of course, if you're just joining us, 3 miles west-southwest of Chino Hills, which is 28 miles southeast of Los Angeles. So that includes the Orange County area and Anaheim specifically. CNN's Ed Lavandera was at the happiest place on earth. He was at Disneyland, where it actually felt like a much different ride there today.
Completely unexpected. I was standing just outside of a little ride called the Astro Orbiter, which is just like this little space rocket ship that spins in a circle. My 4-year-old boy was about to get on it. And so I was kind of waiting to take some pictures of him, and the ride before him was wrapping up, and I could hear this clanking of the machinery, and I just thought it was maybe that was part of the ride, that was something that kind of happened at the end to kind of give the kids a little jolt or something to make them smile at the end of the ride. Then I realized when I looked back up at the machine, like the machine's not moving, the ride's over, but we're swaying back and forth. The whole experience lasted about 5 seconds. It was surreal. I'd never been in an earthquake before, and didn't had no idea what to expect, but shortly after that, they basically just told everybody to get out of line and get away from the machine, that they were going to be testing it out. And clearly the park here has a system that they have to go through some checks and balances to make sure everything's okay, and that's what we're doing right now. They told us on a PA announcement just a short while ago that they are inspecting the rides, and they do anticipate it will open up at some point. It's just not exactly clear when that will happen. So moments after it happened, you saw people started spilling out of buildings and the lines, and just kind of started walking around the park waiting for these rides to reopen, if indeed they will. So, but everything was very calm from the section of the park that I was in. You didn't see anybody running around or screaming or scared or anything like that. It was just kind of surreal. In fact, I even heard a couple people saying, "Oh, I didn't get a chance to feel it." So I don't know where they were. That was kind of the experience that we encountered here a little over an hour ago.
There are probably a lot of people who are at Disneyland today who are not from California, like yourself, who have never experienced such a thing. I would imagine right now this is the buzz of the park.
Oh yeah, no question. Although I think the buzz and the I don't want to say excitement is the right word, but it's or the bizarreness of the moment is clearly over. Now everyone's just anxiously waiting to see whether or not this park is going to reopen so they can get back to having some fun, or start heading toward the cars and heading home for the day.
That was CNN's Ad Lavandera, who was actually at Disneyland with his family when the earthquake struck this morning, Pacific Standard Time. We are now hearing from Los Angeles' Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa that there is no structural damage to the city of Los Angeles, but there are reports of different pockets of damage in and around Los Angeles County and Orange County in California. We're actually just getting this new video in from a hockey rink. This is coming to us from one of our affiliate stations, KCAL 9 News. This is on top of some of the images we've been seeing from stores and businesses, high-rises. This is brand new video in from a hockey rink. We're just looking at brand new video in from a hockey rink in Los Angeles, dealing with some of the damage at that hockey rink.